think that I'm about to just be having a threesome with a girl, if you think that one, she ain't gonna be on our level, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do it with somebody that got just as much to lose. I'm not just doing it with anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Random.
Tensions erupted in a way no one expected. What began as a heated disagreement between Iman Shumpert and Aaron Pierre suddenly spiraled into a near-violent confrontation that left onlookers shocked and police stepping in. According to Eyewitnesses, and viral footage that is now circulating all over social media, the former NBA star allegedly tried to choke Aaron Pierre during a bitter argument, one that centered around their daughter's future. What should have been a private family matter exploded into a public incident, with every second caught on camera. Fans are calling it explosive, intense, and heartbreaking. This wasn't just a disagreement. This was a moment where real-life, family drama turned into a full-blown crisis, one that could now carry legal consequences and lasting emotional damage for everyone involved. One minute, they were fighting over parenting rights, and the next, they were front-page news. It all began near a private production set where both men were reportedly present to support their daughter during a scheduled media project. Tensions had been simmering for a while, but on this day, it boiled over. Eyewitnesses recall hearing raised voices between Iman and Aaron just a few feet from their daughter. The argument started with words, sharp, cutting accusations about parenting, choices, custody decisions, and emotional manipulation. Then suddenly it escalated. Iman allegedly grabbed Aaron by the collar and shoved him forcefully. The physicality was unexpected and immediate. Aaron reportedly tried to back away, attempting to de-escalate, but Iman wouldn't relent. Several witnesses swear they saw Iman's hand move toward Aaron's neck. In that split second, security rushed to intervene, but not before chaos had already erupted. Screaming, pushing, and visible panic surrounded them as production staff scrambled to maintain control of the environment. Police were called instantly. Sirens echoed through the air just minutes after the altercation began, and within moments, 2 squad cars pulled up to the scene. Officers emerged quickly, raising their voices and ordering both men to back away. "Hands off!" one officer was heard shouting as he raced toward the scuffle. Cell phone footage shows Aaron backed against a wall, hands slightly raised, looking tense and worried. Iman, on the other hand, appeared enraged, shouting passionately about wanting what's best for his daughter. He had to be physically restrained by officers and security personnel. The entire production came to a screeching halt. What was once a quiet environment meant to support their child's career transformed into a high-stakes intervention, with law enforcement stepping in as peacemakers. The eyewitness accounts that followed painted a disturbing picture. One guest on set shared, "It was like he just snapped. Pure rage. I've never seen anything like it." Another witness added, "Aaron looked terrified, like he didn't know what was going to happen next." Security confirmed that Aaron initially tried to calm Iman down, but was unable to walk away safely without confrontation. "He wasn't trying to fight," one security team member reportedly said. "He just wanted the argument to stop." Another insider revealed, "This didn't feel staged. This was real emotion, real violence." Police officers eventually managed to pull them apart, escort both men to separate corners, and take immediate statements from everyone involved, including the crew and nearby guests. As expected, social media exploded with the news. Video clips from the scene started surfacing online within an hour. Twitter lit up with hashtags like Iman Assault and Aaron Saved, while TikTok reaction videos showcased users frozen with disbelief, replaying the footage frame by frame. Instagram stories quickly filled with dramatic comparisons, split screens, showing the once happy blended family against the current disaster playing out. Users posted tearful captions like, "From love to violence in one breath," and "Protect the child at all costs." Hashtags like Niraj Protect the Kid, Violence in Parenting, and To Ferryman began trending globally. Online polls even started circulating, asking blunt questions like, "Who went too far?" Or, "Is this unforgivable or fixable?" The internet community had made up its mind. This was more than just drama. This was a dangerous turn in a fragile co-parenting situation. At the heart of the fight was a deeper issue: parental rights and their daughter's future. Insiders close to the situation say the altercation stemmed from an upcoming custody hearing. Iman reportedly shouted mid-argument, "Our daughter deserves stability," while Aaron responded sharply, "You're playing games with her life." The tension had been building for weeks, revolving around where their daughter would live, what school she would attend, and how their co-parenting dynamics would function. One source claims Aaron had proposed a flexible co-parenting plan that Iman allegedly refused to cooperate with. Those closest to the family say this argument was just the breaking point in a long series of disagreements that had been brewing quietly, until now. The emotional and legal consequences of the recent incident involving Iman Shumpert could be far more severe than initially anticipated. What started as a shocking public outburst is now spiraling into a situation with potentially serious legal repercussions. Growing speculation online and among legal commentators centers around the possibility that Iman could face charges for assault. If there is any substantial physical evidence, particularly in the form of video footage, which witnesses claim exists, those charges could move forward quickly. Legal analysts commenting on social media and news outlets suggest that if such evidence is presented in court, it could significantly influence the outcome of any ongoing or future custody hearings. In fact, for some legal observers, this incident could serve as a pivotal moment that reshapes the entire dynamic of the custody battle. According to some sources, Aaron is currently considering filing a restraining order against Iman. On platforms like Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, fans and supporters of the family have actually been encouraging this move, believing it to be a necessary step for both safety and peace of mind. "It's honestly overdue," wrote one user beneath a viral clip showing the altercation unfold. Comments like these reflect a growing public sentiment that this isn't just about one bad night. It's the culmination of what might be a long-standing pattern of instability or conflict behind the scenes. But beyond the potential courtroom drama, the emotional damage, particularly to their young daughter, is what's weighing heavily on people's minds. Witnessing such a volatile moment unfold in front of cameras, strangers, and even law enforcement can be deeply traumatic for a child. Imagine being so young and watching your father react in such a public, uncontrolled way, with everyone around you watching, filming, reacting. That's not just a memory. It could become a psychological wound. Mental health professionals who've spoken out online have already raised alarms. Some are warning about the potential for long-term trauma, including trust issues, anxiety, and emotional instability. They stress that these kinds of moments, especially when witnessed during formative years, can have ripple effects well into adulthood. Because of this, there's been a surge in public calls for immediate mental health intervention. Fans and experts alike are urging that the child be placed in professional counseling as soon as possible. The idea is not just to address the aftermath of the incident, but to build emotional tools that will help her process the complex situation she's now caught in. Family therapy has also been widely recommended as a step toward healing, not just for the child, but for the parents as well, if there's any chance of co-parenting in a healthy and constructive way moving forward. Meanwhile, social media continues to buzz with theories and speculation, with fans from every corner chiming in to try and piece together what really happened, and more importantly, what might happen next. One prevailing theory is that this emotional outburst from Iman was actually strategic, a calculated move to manipulate public sentiment ahead of the custody proceedings. According to this line of thinking, the display wasn't just a spontaneous meltdown. It was designed to evoke sympathy, to cast himself as a desperate father who just wants to be part of his daughter's life. Others believe that Aaron, or even Teyana herself, might go public soon with evidence that paints a clearer picture of what's been happening behind closed doors. There's talk of voice notes, text message threads, and even hidden video footage that could offer further insight into the nature of the conflict. If released, this content could swing public opinion significantly and possibly play a critical role in court. Then there's the question of whether Iman will issue a formal apology. Some fans believe he's already planning to speak out, perhaps in an emotional Instagram post or video message. The apology, if it comes, might frame his behavior as the result of overwhelming emotional pain, possibly even citing frustration over limited access to his daughter or unresolved issues with the co-parenting arrangement. It's unclear whether such a move would be received with forgiveness or skepticism, but it would undoubtedly make headlines and intensify the public conversation. There are also theories that the court could mandate joint therapy for the co-parents as a condition of custody agreements, If a judge deems the relationship too volatile, therapy might be seen as the only way forward, for the sake of the child, if nothing else. It's a solution some fans are cautiously optimistic about, believing it could create a more stable environment for the child over time. Finally, there are whispers, however speculative, that this dramatic chapter in the family's life could be documented in a future reality series or documentary. Teyana has always balanced artistry and transparency in her career, and some fans are convinced that she's been quietly working on a personal project that might incorporate these real-life events. Given how quickly media outlets have picked up the story and how invested the public has become, it wouldn't be surprising if some version of these events ends up captured in a more structured, long-form format. Everyone is now wondering what comes next. Will Iman Shumpert be officially charged? Or will lawyers work out a settlement behind closed doors? Will Aaron take to a podcast, live stream, or exclusive interview to tell his side? Could this be the turning point that forces both parties to take the legal process more seriously? And will Teyana Taylor or another family member step in to defend or denounce what happened? One thing is clear, this story has moved beyond just a family disagreement. It's become a case study in how fame, family, and parenting conflicts can collide in the most public and painful ways. And with police reports, legal filings, and media statements expected soon, this isn't going away. Fans are watching, the world is watching, and the court will soon have its say. What started as a heated conversation between two parents quickly turned into a moment that shocked everyone. Iman's alleged act didn't just ignite a scene, it rewrote the narrative surrounding this already tense custody dispute. Now, the future of their daughter is being weighed under a cloud of legal pressure, emotional trauma, and a very public spotlight. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was this protective love or criminal behavior? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because the next update in this story, it could change everything.